Hi, everybody. In today's video, I want to talk about what to do when you come across dicks. And what I mean by that is jerks, because it's going to happen in your business. There's just no way around it. Like, we don't even like everybody. So why would everybody like us? And you need to remember that. And usually when someone's being a jerk to you, it's because they've got something going on in their world, right? They've got something. It could be anything. It could be the way you look, the way you dress, what your offer is, what your core values are. It could really be anything. So now it's easier said than done is to go, oh, whatever, you know what, it doesn't matter. But what I'd like to give you is some examples of what to do. So, and it's because what will happen is if we run across, say, a cruel person in the morning of our business day, if we are not paying attention or we don't use some tools, it will wreck the rest of our energetics for the rest of the day. It'll affect how we talk. It'll affect what we focus on. It will affect how we put ourselves out there in the world. And again, it's going to happen. So one of my business mentors used to always say, wear a Teflon suit. That's fine enough to say you're going to wear a Teflon suit, but what else can we do? So there's a couple of things. One, I don't read hate mail, right? And how now there is something's not working in your company mail, and then there is belligerent, cruel mail. That kind of stuff, I delete it. I just delete it. I don't even look at it. I delete it, and I delete it from my trash folder so I'm not getting curious and going back to it later. I just don't do hate mail, right? Someone's just lashing out. If I wanted to be lashed out, I'd go visit some of my family members who are miserable, right? Cancel, cancel, cancel. The other thing, and I learned this from a fabulous gal, Sherry Sang, and she called it her fabu file. In other words, her fabulous file. And what it was, is it was a file folder that she kept in her file cabinet that was all the gratitude she received. So this would be testimonials, this would be thank you cards, this would be whatever. And soon as she told me that, I thought that was such an amazing idea. And this was years ago, back when I still had the clinic. And I still have a fabu file so that if someone comes at me or knocks me off my game, then I will go in and look at my fabu file. And I'll read some of those things because we do make an impact, right? If you've got 15 people that you've worked with and one doesn't like you, well, focus on the one instead of the 14 that loved you, right? The other thing that I like to do is go everywhere I'm allowing that person's energy, thoughts, or opinions, decay my vision, decay my energy. I destroy, delete, untangle, unwind, dissipate, and release. And I'll say that a few times until I kind of pop myself back out of the energy so that I can keep going. So, you also have to remember that when you are building a business, all you're doing is asking. You're asking and you're being the invitation. People can say no, right? You can be asking them to like your business page, to sign up for your newsletter, to join your group, to like a post, to share some information. And sometimes they turn on you, right? That's okay, right? Like when people really get angry, in my head, I go, wow, look at you go. Like, that is not a hill I'm going to die on, right? I'm not going to die or consume any of my energy responding back to an angry comment in a post. The beauty of it is nowadays you can just delete that comment, right? Back in my day, you couldn't, right? If someone gives you a bad review, you can go in and respond back. And I highly recommend that you do. I'll always go, I'm so sorry you experienced this. How about you contact me and we'll see how we can make this better for you. And I'm going to share a very specific example for you guys. When we had our clinic, and we had a lot of therapists, right, that worked for us. It was a 15-room clinic and we were open 6 days a week. So a lot of times there was 2 to 3 therapists in every room. And whenever we had a therapist that wasn't working out and we let them go, they didn't go home and go, I got let go because I was a crappy staff member. They'd go home and they'd tell all these wild stories. And then their family members would go online and give the clinic bad reviews. And originally you couldn't respond back. So we were constantly reporting them to Google. Now we can respond back. And so all I do, I don't do it so much anymore, but back when we had the clinic, what we'd do is we'd take that email address, we'd run it through our system to see if it was a client, because 9 times out of 10, it wasn't even a client. It was someone defending someone else's supposed being treated poorly. And that wasn't the case. The person was lying. We didn't phone that person and go, oh, your person was stealing stock or blah. Who cares? Didn't matter. We just respond back with a simple comment of, I'm so sorry you feel this way. I think you have the wrong clinic. We have checked our system and you are not a client of ours. And they would go in and remove it, right? So we have that opportunity now to respond back, right? But it's not approving or who's right or wrong. It's just, how do we rectify? And rectify sometimes is they want to hear acknowledged. Now, if you invite people to join you in your business or join a group or whatever, and they give you a nasty thing like, I don't like it when people push marketing me. Thanks for letting me know. That's it, right? Short, sweet, get out of there. Because if you try to engage or justify, then you are becoming part of the fight. And it, again, will suck down your energy. So a lot of times, a lot of my mentors and what I tell some of my clients is, what can they hear and what's the kindest way out of that negative conversation? So sometimes I'll say, oh, thanks for your opinion, or thank you for caring. But nowhere do I say I'm going to do anything about it, because 9 times out of 10, I don't, especially if it's hateful stuff and there's no basis for it. It's just someone who doesn't like what I'm doing, which means they're not my ideal client. So let's do a couple of clearings to help you guys out with this. Everywhere I'm allowing people to derail my energy that is not my ideal client, I destory, delete, untangle, unwind, dissipate, and release. And everywhere I'm allowing those judgments or people who just want to be mad for whatever reason, take me out of play, take me out of my success flow, to take me out of my energetic flow, to take me out of the invitation that I truly be, I destory, delete, untangle, unwind, dissipate, and release. And everywhere I'm doing actions or things that are putting me in front of the wrong people, I destory, delete, untangle, unwind, dissipate, and release. So again, we don't like everybody, so how could everybody like us? Doesn't matter. Shift gears, keep going. Allow them the space to have their emotions and opinions, but really choose yours and keep yourself strong, keep yourself confident, keep yourself glorious, and keep going. So what are you going to do? Fabu file, clearings, walk away. We'd love to hear what you have to say about all of that. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.